Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about buying your wedding dress in a different city or town that you live in or that you're getting married in, the logistics to consider, how to transport your dress, everything involved with traveling to go wedding dress shopping and traveling with your dress either home or to your wedding destination. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, wear so many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Don't forget to hit that follow button on TikTok at LOVELLA Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert. This week's topic was requested by a subscriber. Grace wrote in specifically asking, Nayri, could you make a video about considerations when traveling to another city to shop? Many of us don't have many options in our hometown and may want to travel to a big city. Stuff like how many appointments should be in one trip, shipping versus flying the dress, which city to get alterations in, etc. I'm traveling to the big city that my wedding will be in, far from where I live, to shop, and I'm stressed. Grace, I am so glad that you wrote in asking about this, because this is something that many brides fly into LOVELLA to try dresses on at our store, particularly because we have such a large selection of dresses under one roof, and if someone's interested in a particular designer, they fly in to shop at LOVELLA. And just like you mentioned, if you live in a small town and already shopped your local stores and haven't found anything you love, then getting your dress from your destination wedding location is a phenomenal option if that logistically works out great for you. There are so many different variables and variations of Grace's scenario, and this is so valuable for so many of you out there, so let's get into it. First things first, how many appointments should you make when you are traveling to a destination to try dresses on? So if you're traveling to a big city, there's probably going to be an oversaturation of bridal stores. That being said, I recommend 3 bridal stores that have the style, the vibe, the designer. You want to do your research and you want to select the stores that are going to best fit your aesthetic, your price point, and overall customer experience and a vibe, look, all of the above that you are going for. I highly recommend calling into these stores, speaking to the staff that's there, letting them know that you're coming in from out of town. What can you expect? How can you best prepare? What are things that you should consider? Doing your homework and research on the stores that you're going to is going to save you so much time. When it comes to picking bridal stores, it is not about quantity, it is about quality. So you really want to be mindful, making sure that the stores have the things that you need. If you shop quantity, the overwhelm and analysis paralysis kicks in. There's just too many things that you're seeing, too many things that you are trying on. You are going to get totally and completely confused. Not to mention, designers put their collections in stores by a certain mile radius. So the more stores that you shop, you're actually going to be seeing the same inventory over and over and over again. You also want to make this a super enjoyable experience for you. Please do not fill your day full of appointments. Leave time to eat breakfast, eat lunch. Brides oftentimes want to starve themselves so they are super thin for the dress try on. I don't recommend doing this. If you have not nourished your body, your brain cannot think clearly. I promise you that it is more valuable for you to be able to think clearly than for you to be a little bit bloated because you ate. In a perfect world, you are looking for a dress that you love on your body while you're a little bit bloated, because if you're not bloated, you're going to love it it even more. So please eat, nourish yourself. Do not book your appointment so close together that you're running across town. Understand the logistics of traffic in the city that you are visiting so you know exactly how long it takes to get to each store that you're going to. You want to make this a really enjoyable experience for everybody involved. I also recommend, once you pick the stores, to pick the dresses and the designers that you're interested in seeing and asking the stores if they have those dresses in stock. So when you show up, you already know some of the things that you want to try on, and then the stylist can work their magic from there. So in a perfect world, if you were shopping Lovella Bridal, you go on our website, you screenshot any of the dresses that you're liking. You show up to your appointment, you show those dresses to your stylist, and they will pull those dresses out for you. Based on your feedback on each of those dresses, it leads them to finding you your dress. It's a beautiful and seamless way to go. You also want to consider what you're willing to invest in the dress and how much you are willing to pay. That is going to also structure the pulls and the picks that your stylist does select for you. They want to get the style, the look, along with the cost all aligned for you so that it makes it really simple, easy, and refreshing, and you get to say yes to your dress. When it comes to where to do your alterations, this would be entirely up to the logistics of the city and the store that you're visiting. If you have a seamstress that you trust within the city that you live in, you could, once the dress arrives, I always recommend physically picking up the dress. Never ever ship a dress, not to your home, not to the venue, not to another country. Do not ship. Believe it or not, packages get lost and there will not be enough time for you to get a new dress if anything were to happen. So you definitely want to pick it up in store, in person, inspect it, carry on your luggage. If you're flying, driving, always have your dress with you. I don't even recommend checking in your dress into the airline. Take it as a carry-on. Many of our brides take the full garment bag, they fold it in half, or you can fold it in 3 and put it in the overhead bin, or if there is a first class on the airplane, the first class does have a cabinet that even if you're not sitting in first class, they do allow dresses to hang in the closet. If you have a really nice flight attendant, they're super lovely and they do accommodate that. But if not, no worries. Fold it in 3, fold it in half, stuff it in the overhead bin. Most people are really excited and supportive of you, and I haven't had brides have an issue taking their wedding dress through security, airports, and airlines. I've never had a bride tell me that her dress was rejected from being allowed on the plane. Going back to the alteration component, alterations should be done wherever you feel the most comfortable with the seamstress. Again, have a conversation, explore all your options, weigh out everything, make sure that it is something that works best for you logistically. Along with, please do not pick your seamstress based on cost. This is where you actually want to spend more money. You do not want to save on your alterations. I have in fact had a bride take her dress somewhere else for alterations in a different state, and she called us saying the seamstress cut off the train and how could we reattach it? Once a train is cut, it is cut. So that was not somebody who was trained in wedding gown alterations. It was probably just an alteration of regular ready-to-wear clothing. So be sure that you are taking it to a bridal specialist, that you've seen some of their work, and that you know that it is a trusted resource no matter what city or location you are doing it in. You want to pay because you will get what you pay for. If it's too good to be true on pricing and you're being overpromised things, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. And I'm sure you have learned that already through various life lessons and examples of that, because I know I have. There are certain things that are just worth spending the money on, and alterations are definitely one of them. Please don't feel stressed over the logistics. You will figure it out. You will do your research. You will jump on phone calls. You will look at reviews. You will do all the things that you need to do to make it all make sense for you. You are going to be just fine doing this. I promise. Don't stress over it. You're going to do all your homework and your research and get it all ironed out beautifully. You will know what to do. You will know what feels right. Just follow your gut. All in all, don't do too much in a day. Space it out. Enjoy the process. Leave time on your shopping trip to be able to visit a store for the second time. Oftentimes, brides book a really tight timeline and then feel pressure to buy that weekend because it's the only weekend that they're there. book a few days, book 3 days, have the opportunity to go back. And especially if it is your first time shopping, when you go to a store for the first time, let's hypothetically say a bride comes to LOVELLA for the first time. Then she goes to 2 other stores. Her style has evolved from the 2 other stores. If she comes back to LOVELLA as the 4th store, it's like shopping a whole new store again, because your style has evolved, your mindset has evolved, and you have a different flow. So when you come back to LOVELLA as the 4th store, because you've already done your 3 and you started with LOVELLA, it's like shopping a whole new store. So also allowing room to do that is very, very valuable, because it's not about going to new stores. You can shop the same stores over and over again because there's so much inventory that you have not tried on yet as your style and taste evolves as you continue to go through the process of trying dresses on. I hope that you found this video helpful. Grace, thank you again for writing in this topic. I think that this was super valuable and I enjoyed sharing my insight about it. For more videos and tips like these, be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.